7 Anti-Stoic Habits to Remove from Your Life Now, a must-watch Stoicism guide. It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters, the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said. This powerful quote encapsulates the essence of Stoicism and highlights the importance of our responses to life's challenges. In the same vein, our habits play a crucial role in shaping our journey toward a Stoic life. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Today, we're going to uncover the 7 anti-Stoic habits that may be undermining your pursuit of inner peace and resilience. These habits, though often subtle, can significantly derail our Stoic practice and well-being. Stick around as we identify these habits and provide practical steps to eliminate them, allowing you to embrace a more Stoic way of living. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up to support the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with our latest content on Stoic wisdom. Let's dive in. Habit number 1. Complaining about things outside your control. Let's delve into the first habit to eliminate: complaining about things outside your control. Imagine you're at a perfect picnic, surrounded by friends and family, basking in the sun's warmth. Suddenly, clouds gather and it starts to rain. While some may grumble about their bad luck and ruined plans, others adapt, moving the picnic indoors and finding joy in the cozy atmosphere and the fresh scent of rain. This scenario highlights a fundamental Stoic principle: distinguishing between what we can and cannot control. Stoicism teaches us that lamenting over the uncontrollable is a fruitless endeavor that drains our energy and fosters discontent. Consider the workplace, where many of us have encountered colleagues who constantly complain about management decisions or company policies. Their persistent negativity not only hampers their productivity, but also casts a pall over the entire office environment. Instead of succumbing to this unproductive habit, we can turn to the wisdom of Epictetus, who advises us to question, is this something that is or is not in my control? By shifting our focus from complaints to constructive questions like, how can I adapt to this, or what can I learn from this situation, we reclaim our power, maintain inner peace, and foster a more positive atmosphere around us. Life is inherently unpredictable, much like the weather. Yet, our reactions to life's uncertainties are entirely within our control. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn to navigate these uncertainties with grace and resilience, transforming potential sources of frustration into opportunities for growth. This approach not only enhances our personal well-being, but also positively impacts those around us, creating a ripple effect of calm and composure. Embracing Stoicism means internalizing the wisdom of ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, who wisely noted, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This perspective encourages us to focus our energy on what truly matters, our thoughts, actions, and responses, rather than wasting it on external circumstances we cannot change. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, this principle is more relevant than ever. Whether dealing with unexpected changes at work, navigating personal relationships, or facing global challenges, adopting a Stoic approach helps us remain centered and proactive. To live a Stoic life is to cultivate resilience, adaptability, and an unwavering sense of inner peace. It's about recognizing that while we can't control the events around us, we have complete control over how we respond to them. By eliminating the habit of complaining about things outside our control, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and pave the way for a more fulfilling, contented existence. So the next time you find yourself at that picnic, or in any situation where the unexpected occurs, remember to channel your inner Stoic. Embrace the change, find the silver lining, and focus on what you can control. This shift in perspective not only enriches your own life, but also inspires those around you to do the same, creating a more harmonious and resilient community. In the words of Seneca, "He who is brave is free." Let us strive to be brave in the face of life's unpredictability, freeing ourselves from the chains of complaint and embracing the boundless potential of a Stoic mindset. Habit number 2. Seeking external validation. Think about a time when you poured your heart and soul into a project. You worked tirelessly for weeks, and when it was finally done, you couldn't wait to share it with the world. Instead of basking in the pride of your accomplishment, you found yourself obsessively checking for likes, comments, and any form of acknowledgement on social media. Or imagine buying a new outfit that makes you feel fantastic, but instead of enjoying it for how it makes you feel, you're anxiously waiting for compliments to affirm your choice. In today's digital age, our craving for external validation is at an all-time high. Social media platforms are designed to exploit our need for affirmation, making it all too easy to fall into the trap of measuring our self-worth by metrics such as followers, likes, and shares. These numbers, however, are a shaky foundation for self-esteem, as they are fleeting and often influenced by factors beyond our control. Relying on external validation is much like riding a seesaw. One moment you're soaring high because of the praise and attention, and the next you're crashing down due to a lack of it or, worse, negative feedback. This volatile emotional roller coaster can prevent us from developing a stable sense of self-worth and inner peace. The Stoic approach teaches us to find validation from within. According to Stoicism, our self-worth should be rooted in our virtues, actions, and personal growth, not the ever-changing opinions of others. As Epictetus wisely said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This means that the true measure of our worth is not the praise or criticism we receive, but how we evaluate and feel about our own actions and decisions. Consider a modern example. Jane, a talented graphic designer, spent countless hours perfecting a presentation for a significant client. After delivering it, she anxiously awaited feedback. When the client praised her work, she felt elated. But when her boss pointed out a few flaws, her confidence plummeted. If Jane had relied solely on external validation, she would forever be at the mercy of others' opinions. Instead, by adopting a Stoic mindset, she could evaluate her work based on her own standards and the effort she put into it. This internal validation provides a more stable and enduring sense of self-worth. Next time you find yourself seeking validation from external sources, pause and ask yourself, why do I need this validation? Am I proud of my actions and decisions? If the answer is yes, that alone should be enough. Feedback can certainly be valuable for growth, but your self-worth should be anchored in your actions, intentions, and integrity, not the transient opinions of the world around you. Reflecting on this can lead to a more fulfilling and self-assured life. Think of navigating a day without seeking external approval. You start your morning with a task you've been putting off. Once completed, instead of checking your phone for likes or comments, you take a moment to acknowledge your hard work and dedication. How does it feel to give yourself that pat on the back? How liberating is it to realize that your worth is not dictated by others but by your own values and efforts? This shift in perspective can be transformative. In essence, the lesson here is to cultivate self-reliance and inner validation. By focusing on our actions and virtues, we can maintain a steady and unwavering sense of self-worth. Remember, external validation is temporary and often superficial, but the confidence that comes from within is enduring and true. So the next time you catch yourself seeking external approval, remind yourself of the wise words of Epictetus and turn inward. Your worth is not determined by others' opinions but by the integrity of your actions and the strength of your character. This is the path to true Stoic resilience and fulfillment. Habit number 3. Being a slave to your emotions. Picture yourself at a family gathering surrounded by loved ones. A relative makes an offhand comment about a recent decision you've made, perhaps regarding a new job, relationship, or lifestyle change. That remark stings, and suddenly, a surge of emotions takes over. Anger, defensiveness, sadness. Before you know it, you snap back with a hurtful comment, creating tension and discomfort for everyone. Was that outburst really the best response? This scenario exemplifies being overtaken by emotions. Emotions are natural human responses, neither inherently good nor bad. They offer valuable insights into our state of mind and how we perceive our environment. However, when we allow these emotions to control our actions without restraint, we risk making poor decisions and damaging relationships. The philosophy of Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This Stoic principle reminds us that, while we cannot control our initial emotional reactions, we can control our actions that follow. So the next time you feel a wave of emotion, whether from a friend's comment, a stressful situation at work, or any other trigger, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is my immediate reaction the best course of action? Will it lead to harmony or further discord? By taking a moment to reflect, you cultivate emotional resilience, ensuring your responses align with your values rather than fleeting feelings. This Stoic approach helps you navigate life's challenges with a sense of balance, acting not out of impulsive emotion, but from a place of reason, thought, and wisdom. Consider the wisdom of Seneca, who said, "He who is brave is free." By managing your emotions, you liberate yourself from the bondage of impulsive reactions. How often have you acted on emotion and later regretted it? How might your interactions change if you approached them with calm and reason? Reflecting on these questions can deepen your understanding of emotional mastery and its impact on your life. Reflecting on the teachings of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. This reinforces the idea that our power lies in our response to external events, not the events themselves. When emotions arise, view them as signals rather than directives. They are indicators of your inner state, not commands you must follow. How might this perspective shift your daily interactions? Imagine you're at work, facing a challenging project with tight deadlines. Stress and frustration begin to mount. Instead of succumbing to these emotions, take a step back, breathe deeply, and assess the situation from a place of calm. How can you address the challenge without letting stress dictate your actions? By practicing this pause, you strengthen your ability to respond thoughtfully, maintaining control over your emotional landscape. The Stoic philosopher Cleanthes offers a valuable insight. "Lead me, Zeus, and you, Fate. I will follow you, though I may be reluctant, but I will follow nonetheless." This quote emphasizes the acceptance of life's events and the importance of how we choose to respond. When confronted with adversity, embrace the moment as an opportunity to practice emotional resilience. How can you turn a challenging situation into a moment of growth and learning? Let's delve into another example. Picture a disagreement with a close friend. Emotions run high, and hurtful words are exchanged. Instead of reacting immediately, pause and reflect. What is the root cause of the conflict? How can you address it constructively? By taking this step back, you allow reason to guide your response, fostering a healthier, more constructive dialogue. In moments of emotional turmoil, remember the words of Viktor Frankl. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. This quote underscores the power of choice in our reactions. How can you create that space in your daily life, allowing for thoughtful, measured responses? As you continue on your Stoic journey, practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Notice when emotions begin to rise and use these moments as opportunities for growth. By consistently applying Stoic principles, you build a foundation of emotional resilience, enabling you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. How might your life change if you mastered your emotions, allowing reason and wisdom to guide your actions? To sum up, being a slave to your emotions leads to impulsive actions and regrettable outcomes. Embrace the teachings of Stoicism to recognize and manage your emotions effectively. By doing so, you cultivate a life of balance, harmony, and thoughtful action. How will you begin to implement these practices in your daily life, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and wisdom? Thank you all so much for joining me in this video today. I really appreciate your time and attention. So, what are some anti-Stoic habits you think we should remove from our lives to embrace Stoicism more fully? Have you noticed any habits in your own life that go against Stoic principles? If you're not sure what to comment, you could start by sharing one habit you think is worth eliminating, or a Stoic practice you've found particularly helpful in your daily routine. Habit number 4, pursuit of excess pleasure. One habit that demands our immediate attention is the relentless pursuit of excess pleasure. Stick with me as we unravel the profound insights of Stoicism to help you live a more meaningful and fulfilled life. Let's start with a vivid picture. Imagine yourself at an opulent banquet, the table overflowing with rich foods, tempting desserts, and a steady stream of fine drinks. The temptation to indulge without limits is powerful, but by the evening's end, that initial joy often transforms into discomfort or regret. This scenario perfectly illustrates the trap of excessive pleasure. Life indeed offers us a variety of pleasures, from delectable meals to luxurious experiences. And while savoring these moments is part of our human journey, becoming ensnared in the endless pursuit of more can leave us feeling empty. The fleeting joy from these pleasures often conceals a deeper void, distracting us from seeking lasting and more meaningful sources of happiness. Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, encapsulates this idea with his poignant words, "Slavery resides under marble and gold." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that an excessive attachment to materialistic pleasures can enslave us, paradoxically stripping away our freedom. It's like being chained to a treadmill, perpetually chasing the next source of fleeting happiness. Take, for example, the modern allure of technology. The excitement of purchasing the latest smartphone is undeniable, but how quickly does that thrill fade, only to be rekindled by the next new release? Similarly, consider the binge-watching culture. While enjoyable in the moment, does it truly provide lasting satisfaction? To steer clear of this trap, cultivating an attitude of moderation is essential. Before diving headfirst into the next indulgence, pause and reflect. Is this pursuit genuinely adding value to my life, or am I simply chasing a temporary high? This kind of introspection aids in distinguishing between what truly enriches our lives and what merely offers a fleeting escape. By aligning our desires with our long-term well-being rather than short-term thrills, we position ourselves to experience a deeper, more sustained sense of joy and fulfillment. In our modern world, where instant gratification is often just a click away, it's crucial to remember the wisdom of the Stoics. They taught us that true happiness and contentment come not from external pleasures but from within. Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions but in having few wants." This sentiment encourages us to look inward and cultivate a sense of contentment that is independent of external circumstances. By doing so, we become resilient and less susceptible to the constant ebb and flow of pleasure and desire. Now let's bring this ancient wisdom into our everyday lives. Imagine you're about to indulge in a lavish meal or purchase a new gadget. Instead of acting on impulse, take a moment to ask yourself, will this bring me long-term joy or just a momentary thrill? By practicing this simple pause and reflection, you can make more mindful choices that contribute to your overall well-being. Additionally, consider setting limits for yourself, such as designated times for indulging in your favorite activities or setting a budget for non-essential purchases. These small but deliberate actions can help you maintain balance and avoid the pitfalls of excessive pleasure. Moreover, finding alternative sources of fulfillment is key. Engage in activities that offer lasting satisfaction, such as building meaningful relationships, pursuing personal growth, or contributing to your community. These pursuits provide a sense of purpose and contentment that far surpasses the fleeting joy of material pleasures. As Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic philosopher, said, The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By focusing on cultivating a rich inner life and nurturing positive thoughts, you can achieve a more profound and enduring sense of happiness. The pursuit of excess pleasure is a common trap in our fast-paced modern world. However, by embracing the wisdom of the Stoics and practicing moderation, we can break free from this cycle and find true contentment. Remember to pause, reflect, and choose wisely. Seek deeper, more meaningful sources of joy that align with your long-term well-being. As you do, you'll discover that the key to a fulfilling life lies not in the relentless pursuit of external pleasures, but in cultivating a rich and balanced inner life. Habit number 5. Living in the past. Think about a time when you were sitting in a quiet spot, perhaps on your porch during a lovely evening. Yet your thoughts were not on the beautiful sunset unfolding before you. Instead, your mind was wandering through the maze of past events. Maybe you were dwelling on a mistake you made, an opportunity you missed, or a memory of someone you used to know. While it's normal to occasionally reflect on the past, getting stuck there can prevent you from fully embracing the present. Dwelling on past regrets or sorrows can be like carrying a heavy backpack through life. It weighs you down, slows your progress, and blinds you to the opportunities and beauty that exist right in front of you. Every time you replay a past event, you grant it power, allowing it to occupy valuable mental space that could be better utilized for appreciating the here and now. Epictetus, one of the most respected Stoic philosophers, once said, "Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of them." This means that our suffering often stems not from the past events themselves, but from our ongoing focus and interpretation of them. Consider the story of two old friends reuniting after many years. One is stuck lamenting the past, missed chances and lost relationships. The other speaks of lessons learned, gratitude for the present, and excitement for the future. Both have lived through the same passage of time, yet their perspectives are worlds apart. To break free from the chains of the past, it's essential to practice mindfulness. When you catch yourself drifting into past memories, gently redirect your attention to the present. Engage in activities that root you in the now, such as meditation, journaling, or simply taking a walk and observing your surroundings. By focusing on the present and treating each day as a new chapter, you liberate yourself from the shackles of the past, allowing you to craft a brighter, more fulfilling story for your life. Imagine you're a runner in a marathon. If you constantly look back over your shoulder, you'll stumble and fall, missing the chance to see the path ahead clearly. Similarly, living in the past prevents you from seeing the opportunities that lie ahead. One powerful modern story that illustrates this is of a woman who, after years of regretting a career she didn't pursue, decided to take a different path. She started volunteering, which led her to discover a new passion and eventually a new career. By letting go of her past regrets and focusing on the present, she opened doors to new opportunities and happiness she never imagined. Ask yourself this: what past event do you find yourself replaying over and over? How does it serve you to hold on to it? Reflect on how much mental energy you spend on these memories and what you could achieve if that energy were directed towards the present moment. How would your life change if you chose to let go of the past and focus on the now? By shifting your perspective and embracing mindfulness, you can start to see the past as a series of lessons rather than chains that bind you. This shift not only brings peace, but also empowers you to make the most of each moment, leading to a richer, more meaningful life. So, what's the takeaway? Live fully in the present. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. All you truly have is the now. Use it wisely and with purpose, and you'll find that your life becomes more vibrant and full of possibilities. Remember, it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our view of them. Change your view, and you change your life. Habit number 6, obsessing over the future. Picture you're on a beautiful beach with the gentle waves lapping at the shore, and a pleasant breeze caressing your face. Yet, instead of soaking in the moment, your mind is consumed with worry about a work project, a financial decision, or countless other uncertainties about the future. This habit of obsessing over what's to come can strip away the joy of your present experiences. It's like standing at the base of a majestic mountain, eyes fixated on the distant peak, oblivious to the beauty and lessons of the journey itself. Constantly dwelling on what-ifs and hypothetical scenarios can lead to anxiety, restlessness, and a sense of being unanchored in life. Marcus Aurelius, the revered Stoic philosopher and emperor, wisely advised, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." This timeless wisdom emphasizes that no amount of worry will alter the future. Instead, it's our present actions and mindset that equip us to face future challenges. Picture two students preparing for a major exam. One is paralyzed by anxiety, consumed by thoughts of failure, while the other dedicates their energy to studying and preparing diligently. Both are aware of the upcoming challenge, but their approach and mental state differ profoundly. Grounding yourself in the present is crucial to breaking free from the cycle of future-focused anxiety. Whenever you notice your mind drifting towards future worries, practice mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or sensory focus to anchor yourself in the now. It's a common misconception that preparation requires endless worry. In reality, it's about making thoughtful, deliberate actions in the present. How often do you find yourself missing out on the present moment because your mind is elsewhere? What steps can you take today to bring your focus back to the here and now? Imagine a life where you balance acknowledging the future with embracing the present, setting the stage for a harmonious and fulfilling journey. Instead of letting future concerns dictate your present, allow your present actions to shape a better future. This shift in perspective can transform your daily experiences, making each moment richer and more meaningful. By doing so, you not only prepare yourself for future challenges, but also savor the beauty and lessons of the present. Now, reflect on how often we let the fear of future uncertainties overshadow our current joys. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By focusing on the quality of our thoughts today, we can better manage the uncertainties of tomorrow. Do you spend more time worrying about future possibilities than enjoying what you have now? How might your life improve if you redirected some of that energy towards appreciating your present blessings? Consider the story of a farmer who spends his days worrying about the next season's harvest, neglecting the crops he has now. By the time the next season arrives, he's neither enjoyed nor adequately tended to his current harvest. This metaphor highlights the importance of balancing future planning with present action. The future will come regardless, but the present is fleeting and precious. How can you nurture your present moments to ensure they contribute positively to your future? In moments of doubt or anxiety about the future, remember the words of Epictetus. "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This Stoic principle encourages us to find joy in what we have now, rather than mourning over what we might lack in the future. What aspects of your life can you find gratitude for today? How can this gratitude help ease your worries about tomorrow? Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the future. It means not letting future uncertainties overshadow your current reality. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and intentional living, you can cultivate a state of peace and preparedness. The next time you find yourself consumed by future worries, take a deep breath, ground yourself in the present, and ask, "What can I do right now to make a positive impact?" This question shifts your focus from uncontrollable future events to actionable present steps. Finally, let's revisit the beach. Imagine allowing yourself to fully embrace the beauty and tranquility around you, free from future anxieties. By doing so, you not only enrich your present experience but also build a reservoir of positive memories and resilience that can support you through future challenges. The future will unfold in its own time. The present is yours to cherish and shape. How will you choose to live in this moment? If you've made it this far, you're truly dedicated to embracing Stoicism. Drop a comment saying, "I am removing anti-Stoic habits," to show you're committed to this transformative journey. Stick around, there's so much more to explore. Habit number 7. Seeking perfection in everything. Imagine you're hosting a dinner party at your home. The guests are enjoying themselves, the ambiance is lively, and the food is delightful. But instead of reveling in the moment, you're fixated on the slight oversalting of one dish or the minor imperfection in the table setting. This incessant pursuit of perfection in every little detail can become an overwhelming shadow, casting a pall over even the most joyous occasions. In today's age, with the surge of social media and the constant barrage of picture-perfect lives, there's an amplified pressure to attain perfection in all facets of life. Whether it's the flawless appearance, the ideal relationship, the dream job, or the impeccable home, the quest for perfection can become a relentless treadmill, always running but never reaching the desired destination. Seneca once remarked, "To wish for perfection is a sure way to become unhappy." This Stoic insight underscores the realization that perfection is an elusive and often unattainable goal. Striving for it can lead to a sense of perpetual inadequacy, frustration, and even burnout. Think of a renowned artist working on a masterpiece. If they were paralyzed by the pursuit of absolute perfection, they might never complete a single artwork. Instead, they recognize that beauty often lies in imperfections, and that it's the overall creation that matters, not the minute irregularities. To navigate away from this perfectionist trap, it's important to embrace the concept of good enough. This doesn't mean settling for mediocrity, but recognizing that striving for excellence and seeking absolute perfection are two different things. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and learn to accept the imperfections that come with being human. When you find yourself spiraling into perfectionist tendencies, take a step back and ask, is this truly important? Will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? By reframing your perspective and focusing on the bigger picture, you can free yourself from the constraints of perfectionism and lead a more balanced and contented life. From striving for the perfect appearance, ideal relationship, dream job, or immaculate home, the quest for perfection becomes a never-ending treadmill. Consider an artist working on a masterpiece. If they were consumed by the desire for absolute perfection, they might never complete their work, missing out on the beauty that often lies in the imperfections. It's the overall creation that truly matters, not the minute flaws. To escape this perfectionist trap, we must learn to embrace the concept of good enough. This doesn't mean settling for mediocrity, but rather recognizing the difference between striving for excellence and the unrealistic quest for perfection. Embracing imperfection can lead to a richer, more fulfilling existence. In a world that constantly demands perfection, it's liberating to realize that imperfection is not only inevitable but also beautiful. By letting go of the need for everything to be flawless, we open ourselves up to genuine experiences and deeper connections. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This Stoic philosophy encourages us to accept and appreciate life as it is, rather than constantly striving for an unattainable ideal. Perfectionism can hinder our personal growth and prevent us from enjoying the present moment. By learning to value progress over perfection, we can cultivate resilience and a more positive outlook on life. Modern life is full of opportunities and challenges that demand our best, but not our perfection. By focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the need for everything to be perfect, we can lead more meaningful and satisfying lives. Remember, it's not the absence of flaws that defines us, but how we embrace and learn from them. Letting go of bad habits can be really tough, especially when they've become deeply ingrained in your daily routine. However, by committing to change now, you can pave the way for a more successful and fulfilling future. So, what's behind your bad habits? Bad habits often sneak up on us in seemingly random ways. They start small, and over time, they repeat more frequently until they become automatic actions that we barely notice. Sometimes those around us can see these habits more clearly than we can. The root cause of bad habits often stems from feelings of anxiety and boredom. When we're experiencing these emotions, we subconsciously develop behaviors to help alleviate the negative feelings. These behaviors are considered bad because they're unnecessary and often counterproductive. For example, you might spend hours scrolling through social media just to kill time, bite your nails or pull your hair when you're anxious, or overspend and party all night because you're feeling down. It's important to remember that we all have bad habits. Everyone finds themselves repeating actions that they don't genuinely want to do. This is a completely normal part of being human. However, if you're serious about making a change, you need to be honest with yourself. Identifying the root causes of your bad habits is crucial to overcoming them. Think about it. Why do you engage in these behaviors? Is it because you're trying to distract yourself from uncomfortable emotions or situations? Are you using these habits as a coping mechanism for stress or boredom? Understanding the underlying reasons for your actions is the first step towards breaking free from them. Once you've identified the causes, it's time to take action. Start by replacing your bad habits with healthier alternatives. If you find yourself scrolling through social media to kill time, try picking up a book or going for a walk instead. If you bite your nails when you're anxious, try using stress relief techniques like deep breathing or meditation. If you tend to overspend or party to escape negative feelings, consider finding more constructive ways to deal with your emotions, such as talking to a friend or therapist. Changing habits takes time and effort, but it's entirely possible with determination and persistence. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. We all have habits we'd like to change, and it's okay to seek support from those around you. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress no matter how small. Letting go of bad habits is challenging, but by understanding their root causes and committing to change, you can set yourself up for a more successful and fulfilling future. Be honest with yourself, take action, and remember that change is a process that takes time. You have the power to break free from your bad habits and create a better version of yourself. Thank you for being part of today's video. Before we proceed, I want to thank you for your participation in our community. Feel free to share your thoughts, or simply comment, "I am a newbie," if you're new, or "I am stoic," if you've been around. Your interaction is a great source of motivation for us. Let's continue this journey together, shall we? Now let's talk about some bad habits that might be creeping into our lives without us even realizing it. These habits can really mess with our day-to-day and long-term well-being. Here are a few you might recognize: studying and eating in bed. All right, folks, let's talk about something we've all been guilty of at some point: studying and eating in bed. I get it. Your bed is cozy, and it seems like the perfect spot to hit the books or enjoy a snack. But here's the thing. Your bed is actually meant for sleeping and resting. When you start mixing it up with other activities, it can really mess with your focus and even your sleep quality. Imagine trying to concentrate on a tough chapter while lounging on your pillows. Not the best setup, right? And let's not even get started on the crumbs and spills that come with eating in bed. It's a recipe for a messy situation. So, do yourself a favor and find a different spot for studying. A desk or a table will help you concentrate better. And keep the snacks out of the bedroom to keep things clean and hygienic. Trust me, separating these activities will make your bed feel like the ultimate sanctuary it's supposed to be. Overusing electronic devices. Let's talk about something that's become a huge part of our daily lives: electronic devices. It's easy to get lost in the digital world, spending hours on our phones, tablets, and computers. But have you ever stopped to think about what this constant screen time is doing to us? For starters, it's not just about wasting your day away with endless scrolling and gaming. There's a hidden cost to our health. All that time spent staring at screens can lead to serious eye strain. You might have experienced it. Those moments when your eyes feel tired, dry, or even a bit blurry after a long session in front of your device. That's your eyes crying out for a break. And it's not just our eyes that are at risk. Our joints and muscles can suffer too. Think about all the repetitive movements we do when using these devices: typing, swiping, tapping. Over time, this can lead to problems like tendinitis or carpal tunnel syndrome. Our bodies are designed to move in a variety of ways, not just the limited range of motions we use with our gadgets. So, while it's super convenient to stay connected and entertained through our devices, it's important to remember to give ourselves a break. Step away from the screen every once in a while, stretch, move around, and give your eyes something else to focus on. Trust me, your body and mind will thank you. It's all about finding a balance so we can enjoy the benefits of technology without compromising our health. Drinking alcohol, smoking, and using other stimulants. We all know that our health is our greatest wealth, right? But sometimes there are habits we pick up that can really throw a wrench in the works. I'm talking about drinking alcohol, smoking, and using other stimulants. Sure, they might seem like a way to unwind or have fun, but let's take a closer look at what they actually do to our bodies. First off, drinking alcohol might seem harmless when you're just having a glass or two, but it can quickly become a slippery slope. Regular drinking can lead to a whole host of health problems, including liver disease, heart issues, and even an increased risk of cancer. Plus, it can mess with your sleep, your mood, and your overall sense of well-being. Then there's smoking. We all know the dangers here. Lung cancer, heart disease, and respiratory problems are just the tip of the iceberg. Cigarettes contain a cocktail of harmful chemicals that can damage nearly every organ in your body. Not to mention, smoking can also impact your appearance, causing premature aging and yellowing of teeth. And let's not forget about other stimulants. Things like energy drinks, certain medications, or even recreational drugs might give you a temporary boost, but they can wreak havoc on your health. These substances can lead to addiction, mental health issues, and serious physical health problems. So what can we do? The best advice is to steer clear of these harmful habits altogether. It might seem tough at first, but your body will thank you in the long run. Imagine waking up feeling refreshed, full of energy, and ready to tackle the day without any of these substances holding you back. It's totally possible. Let's make a commitment to ourselves to focus on healthy habits. Drink plenty of water, eat nutritious foods, get regular exercise, and find other ways to relax and have fun that don't involve harming your body. Your future self will be so grateful for the choices you make today. So, let's do this together. Stay away from alcohol, cigarettes, and other stimulants, and embrace a healthier, happier lifestyle. You've got this. Watching porn frequently. First off, it can mess with the way your brain processes pleasure. You see, our brains have this reward system that gets activated when we do something enjoyable, like eating our favorite food or achieving a goal. But when you constantly watch porn, it overstimulates this system. It's like having too much of a good thing. Eventually, your brain starts to get desensitized. That means you might need more and more stimulation to feel the same level of pleasure, which can be a slippery slope. Beyond that, frequent porn consumption can impact your mental and emotional well-being. It can create unrealistic expectations about sex and relationships. You might start to compare real-life intimacy with what you see on the screen, which is often exaggerated or outright fictional. This can lead to dissatisfaction in your own relationships because real life just doesn't measure up to the fantasy. It can also make it harder to form genuine emotional connections with your partner, because your mind is conditioned to seek out the intense stimulation you get from porn. Moreover, spending a lot of time watching porn can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, or even depression. You might start to feel bad about yourself or your habits, which can further harm your self-esteem and mental health. It's a cycle that can be tough to break. So while watching porn occasionally might not be a big deal for some people, doing it frequently can have some pretty negative effects on your brain and emotional health. It's important to be mindful of your habits and consider how they're affecting you. If you're finding it hard to cut back, don't hesitate to reach out for help. There are plenty of resources and professionals who can support you in finding a healthier balance. Trusting everyone and being overly kind. Let's talk about something we all struggle with at times. Trusting everyone and being overly kind. Now, don't get me wrong. Being kind is a beautiful trait. It makes the world a better place and can create wonderful connections. But here's the catch. When we extend our trust to everyone without discernment, we open ourselves up to potential exploitation. It's a harsh reality, but not everyone has our best interests at heart. Think about it. Have you ever gone out of your way to help someone only to realize later that they took advantage of your kindness? It feels pretty lousy, right? That's because while kindness is a strength, it also requires a balance. We need to pair our good nature with wisdom and a bit of caution. Being kind doesn't mean we have to be naive. It's about finding that sweet spot where we can still offer our kindness without making ourselves vulnerable to those who might take advantage of it. So be kind, yes, but also be smart about where and how you place your trust. This way, you protect yourself while still spreading that positive energy, not knowing how to say no. All right, let's talk about something super important, the power of saying no. You know, it's really easy to fall into the habit of saying yes to everything. Maybe it's because we want to be helpful, or we're afraid of disappointing others. But here's the thing. Always saying yes can actually backfire on us. Imagine this. You're constantly agreeing to every request, every favor, and every extra task thrown your way. At first, it might feel good to be seen as dependable and kind. But over time, it starts to build up. You get overwhelmed, your schedule gets out of control, and suddenly, you're feeling stressed and exhausted. It's not just about being busy, though. When you never say no, people might start to take advantage of your kindness. They assume you'll always be there to help, no matter what, and they might not appreciate the effort you're putting in. This can lead to resentment on your part and a lack of respect on theirs. So how do we fix this? It starts with recognizing that it's okay to say no sometimes. In fact, it's healthy. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a person who values their own time and energy. It allows you to focus on what's truly important to you, and ensures that when you do say yes, you can give it your all without feeling drained. Next time someone asks you for something, take a moment to consider if it's something you really want or can do. If it's not, try saying something like, "I appreciate you thinking of me, but I can't commit to that right now." It might feel uncomfortable at first, but trust me, it gets easier with practice. And in the long run, you'll feel a lot more balanced and in control of your life. Procrastinating tasks. We've all been there, knowing we have something important to do but waiting until the very last minute to actually start it. Maybe it's a big project for work or a major assignment for school. At first, procrastinating can feel harmless, even tempting. You might think, "I've got plenty of time, or I'll get to it later." But as the deadline creeps closer, that sense of urgency starts to set in. Picture this. You've got a major report due on Friday. Instead of spreading the work out over the week, you keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Suddenly, it's Thursday night, and you haven't written a single word. Now you're staring at your computer screen, the clock ticking away, feeling a wave of panic. Your stress levels are through the roof, your mind is racing, and you're kicking yourself for not starting sooner. Sound familiar? The stress from procrastination doesn't just affect your mood. It can impact your sleep, your health, and your overall well-being. When you procrastinate, you're essentially piling on unnecessary pressure. This rush to meet deadlines not only affects the quality of your work, but also takes a toll on your mental state. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. Breaking the habit of procrastination can make a huge difference. Try setting smaller, manageable goals and tackling tasks bit by bit. This way, you're not overwhelmed by a massive workload all at once. Plus, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment with each small step you complete, which can motivate you to keep going. So, let's commit to changing this pattern. Next time you're tempted to put something off, remind yourself of the stress and chaos that come with last-minute rushes. Your future self will thank you for taking action now. By handling tasks as they come, you're setting yourself up for success and a much calmer, more organized life. 4. Skipping personal hygiene routines. You know, not taking care of yourself before and after you sleep can actually be pretty harmful to your health. Imagine this. You come home after a long day, you're tired, and all you want to do is crash on your bed. But wait, skipping that quick shower, forgetting to brush your teeth, or even just not washing your face? That's a big no-no. Why, you ask? Well, let's break it down. First off, our bodies collect all kinds of dirt, sweat, and germs throughout the day. If you don't wash it all off before bed, you're basically inviting those nasty things to have a party on your skin all night. This can lead to skin problems, infections, and just overall feeling gross. And let's not forget about brushing your teeth. Skipping this can cause plaque buildup, cavities, and bad breath. Definitely not something you want to wake up to. Now let's flip to the morning. You wake up and it might be tempting to just roll out of bed and start your day. But taking a few minutes for a morning hygiene routine can set the tone for the whole day. A quick wash or shower can wake you up. Brushing your teeth gives you fresh breath and prevents dental issues, and taking care of your skin can help you look and feel your best. So, the bottom line? Taking a little time for personal hygiene before and after sleep is essential. It keeps you healthy, makes you feel better, and honestly, it's a great way to show yourself some love and care. Don't skip it, folks. Your body and mind will thank you. Staying up late. You know how sometimes we just stay up late, either working, scrolling through our phones, or binge-watching our favorite shows? Well, guess what? That habit could be one of the fastest ways to shave years off your life. Yes, you heard me right. Not getting enough sleep can seriously mess with your health. It's not just about feeling tired and cranky the next day. We're talking about long-term effects here. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to all sorts of problems, from weakened immunity and weight gain to more severe issues like heart disease and diabetes. Think of your body like a smartphone. When you don't charge it properly, it won't function at its best, right? The same goes for us. Our bodies need that downtime to recharge and repair. So, if you're in the habit of burning the midnight oil, it's time to rethink those late nights. Your future self will thank you for it. So, next time you're tempted to stay up just a little bit longer, remember, getting enough sleep is one of the simplest, yet most powerful ways to ensure a long, healthy life. Unhealthy eating habits. One of the biggest things we often overlook is how our eating habits impact us. When we talk about unhealthy eating habits, it's not just about the extra weight or the sluggish feeling after a heavy meal. Poor nutrition really affects every part of us, both physically and mentally. Think about this. You're constantly fueling your body with junk food, skipping meals, or maybe eating at odd hours. Over time, this can lead to all sorts of issues. Your energy levels drop, making it hard to get through the day. Your mood can swing up and down because your brain isn't getting the nutrients it needs to function properly. You might find it harder to concentrate or feel more stressed and anxious than usual. It's like trying to drive a car with low-quality fuel. It just doesn't run as smoothly. Your body and mind are the same. They need high-quality fuel to perform at their best. So, taking a step back and looking at what we eat, how we eat, and when we eat can make a huge difference in our overall well-being. By making small changes, like incorporating more fruits and vegetables, drinking enough water, and avoiding processed foods, we can start to feel more energized, think more clearly, and improve our mood. It's all about making mindful choices that benefit both our bodies and minds. To sum up, recognizing and eliminating these anti-Stoic habits is a powerful step toward cultivating a life filled with inner peace, resilience, and fulfillment. Each habit we discussed plays a crucial role in shaping our mental landscape and daily experiences. By addressing these habits, we can align more closely with Stoic ideals, transforming our responses to life's challenges and enhancing our overall well-being. Firstly, shifting our focus from external circumstances to our internal responses allows us to reclaim our power and maintain a sense of calm amidst chaos. Complaining about things outside our control only drains our energy and fosters negativity. Instead, by adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and resilience, transforming potential sources of frustration into opportunities for growth. Secondly, seeking internal validation rather than external approval strengthens our sense of self-worth and independence. In today's digital age, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our value by likes, comments, and followers. However, true contentment comes from within, rooted in our virtues, actions, and personal growth. By focusing on our intrinsic values, we build a stable and enduring sense of self-worth that isn't swayed by external opinions. Thirdly, managing our emotions effectively is essential for maintaining harmony and making thoughtful decisions. Emotions are natural and valuable, but when they control our actions, they can lead to impulsive behavior and regrettable outcomes. By practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, we can acknowledge our emotions without being overwhelmed by them, ensuring our responses align with our values and long-term goals. Fourthly, moderating our pursuit of pleasure helps us avoid the trap of constant craving and dissatisfaction. While it's natural to enjoy life's pleasures, excessive indulgence can leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled. By practicing moderation and introspection, we can discern what truly enriches our lives and focus on long-term well-being rather than fleeting thrills. Fifthly, living in the present moment allows us to fully experience and appreciate life as it unfolds. Dwelling on the past or obsessing over the future can rob us of the joy and opportunities present in the here and now. By practicing mindfulness and gratitude, we free ourselves from the burdens of past regrets and future anxieties, fostering a deeper connection to the present. Sixthly, letting go of the need for perfection liberates us from unnecessary stress and self-criticism. In a world that often demands flawless performance, embracing imperfection allows us to appreciate our efforts and progress. By focusing on excellence rather than unattainable perfection, we cultivate resilience and a healthier perspective on our achievements and shortcomings. Lastly, by recognizing that perfection is an illusion and embracing the concept of good enough, we can lead more balanced and contented lives. The pursuit of perfection often leads to frustration and burnout, but by accepting and learning from our flaws, we open ourselves to genuine experiences and deeper connections. By incorporating these Stoic principles into our daily lives, we can transform challenges into opportunities for growth, fostering a more fulfilling and resilient existence. Remember, the journey to a Stoic life is continuous and every small step counts. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss our upcoming videos on Stoic wisdom. Your engagement helps us grow and bring more content to those seeking a Stoic way of life. Thank you for watching, and remember, true Stoicism is about continuous improvement and inner peace. Let's strive to embody these principles daily. Until next time, stay strong and resilient.